across the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the legislature, fellow Liberians, we continue to make progress in connecting county capitals and major assets. Although the RIA Road Corridor project faced delays due to ongoing orders and changes in scope, we are still able to increase the length of the pavement from 20 to 20 with the orders and rescoping nearing completion. Full work on this corridor is expected to resume in 2020. For my administration, our job creation strategy have focused on addressing binding and structural constraints growth, including investment in roads. And in this connection, we have created more than 70,000 short and medium-term jobs across infrastructure, agriculture, social protection, and small businesses, among other sectors. Going forward, the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project launched in 2025 will support 30,000 youth-led businesses, creating over 120,000 direct and indirect jobs for the youth. The National Employment Acceleration Strategy focused on agriculture, public works, skill training, and support to small enterprises has been finalized. This will facilitate more Liberians to earn decent life with dignity. Honorable members of the legislature, on January 15, 2025, the Liberian government launched the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development 2025-2029, the 15th County Development Agenda in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. These initiatives reaffirm the country's commitment to Vision 2030, focusing on delivering measurable results.
And I'm here now, but the president just lied about the feeding program. The president just lied about the job. I mean, those are all lies. You cannot lie. President Parker said you are here. It's Parker elected for more than 2,235,000 votes. Where in Mosorado, how the legislature went to your place? As I speak to you today, they use generator to carry the president program on today. As I speak to you now, that generator is beating. How can the president say you electrify the country? That's not true.
I address you today regarding the situation along our border with the Republic of Guinea. As President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, it is my duty to keep the Liberian people informed and to assure you that the peace and security of our nation remain my top priorities. In recent days, concerns have emerged as a result of development along parts of our shared border in the Salamba area, Foya District, Lofa County. These developments have understandably attracted not only our attention of our citizens living in the border community, but also being sensitive to the opinion of wider Liberian public. I want to assure the Liberian people that our government has been fully engaged and is responsibly managing the situation with calm and determination. From the very outset, the government of Liberia took immediate steps to de-escalate the situation by addressing it through peaceful diplomatic means. We have engaged directly with the government of Guinea to establish diplomatic channels. In addition, we have worked closely with our sister Republic of Sierra Leone within the framework of the Mana River Union to ensure that dialogue and cooperation guide our actions. Following these engagements, the leaders of Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone have reaffirmed our collective commitment to peace and stability along our shared borders. Through this understanding, all parties have agreed to work toward restoring the status quo and ensuring that our border communities continue to live in peace and uphold mutual respect and trust. I am encouraged that the government of Guinea has issued instructions for its forces to return to their previous positions along the border. This is an important step toward de-escalation and demonstrate a shared recognition that peace and stability must always guide our action. At the same time, our security institutions, including the armed forces of Liberia, the Liberia National Police, and other joint security agencies, remain vigilant and professional in carrying out their duties. They are working closely with the local authorities and communities to maintain calm while diplomatic efforts continue. I also wish to express my appreciation to the regional and international partners who have reached out in recent days to encourage restraint and peaceful engagement. Friends of Liberia across Africa and around the world, including leaders within the Economic Community of West African States, the AU, and other international partners have conveyed their support for a peaceful resolution of the situation. Their messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be clear to every Liberian. Our pursuit of peaceful resolution is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It is easier to fight, break down, and destroy. As our own journey has taught us, it is more difficult to recover and build. That is why the government is exploring every available avenue to resolve this matter peacefully. We will continue to rely on diplomacy, dialogue, and the mechanisms of regional cooperation to ensure that this issue is addressed responsibly and without conflict. Liberia has always been a nation that stands firmly for peace. Throughout our history, we have maintained cordial relations with our neighbors and have consistently chosen cooperation over confrontation. People of our three borders countries share deep cultural, family, and economic ties that must always be preserved. Liberia has not only maintained peace within its own border, but has also played a significant role in helping to bring peace to other nations. From our contribution to the Regional Peace Initiative to our active participation in international peacekeeping missions, Liberia has demonstrated that our country believes strongly in peaceful resolution to disputes. Today, as we manage this situation, we remain guided by those same principles. My fellow Liberians, while we understand and are encouraged by the deep demonstration of patriotism and unity, I call upon all citizens, especially those residing in our border community, to remain calm and law-abiding. I also urge our people to avoid spreading unverified information or rumors that may cause unnecessary anxiety. Let us allow our security authorities and diplomatic channels to do their work. Liberia is a peaceful nation, and the peace we enjoy today is the result of our collective sacrifice, reconciliation, and deep determination to reverse the past after many years of hardship. That peace is precious, and this government will do everything within its power to protect and preserve it. Let us remain confident, remain united, and remain committed to the values that define us as a nation. May God continue to bless Liberia and keep our nation in peace. Thank you.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. There was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, amid the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we amid these difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with the spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not formed in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation. I call on you, Lord, and optimistic about the political future of our party. We will build a better home then for our party. So help me God. God bless them.
And open disregard for our constitution, lawlessness, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. The dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. To our enemies, the wisdom is needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela
people take my land, I will take my family and go to the president area, Joseph Wake area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
What Joseph Wake is?
Wasonga.
So you go to
I will go to Wasonga. Yes, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live near you.
Yeah, we go there, we all live together. So long if he can raise concern for our own area, then me, a community belong for everyone.
We will get there.
And so,
I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
The Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest. We went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
And the government need to really, really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say, even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country,
As God show you His wonder, you're not believing. We told you for what? You're not footballer.
Let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. We are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And remember, with God, all things are possible. So welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't hear we hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally, and usually because of the pain that we attend, tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry carries no indication that indeed we regret our actions. Never, ever do we regret our actions. So we are very grateful to all of you, no matter what it is that you may be going through at the moment. People will say what they want to say. People will talk what they want to talk. But what matters the most is what you do. And you know you are doing is what matters the most. You know, and I would think I will certainly get there. With God, all things are possible. And we will certainly get there. So don't hair your hair for nothing on people. You can only hair your hair if you are doing the wrong thing and people talking it. Then you can hair your hair on that one. But if you know you're doing the right thing, no matter what they say, just keep on. So what's up with all of you? How was the weekend? Very great, fantastic. Liberia. Wow. Hey guys, you know, some of the United Party folks, you know, I made him a duty to make them to have no quiet enjoyment. Because there is no peace for the wicked people. And God is going to use people. Oh, in fact, God is using people like us to disturb the peace of the wicked people, especially those who in Unity Party who don't want to acknowledge the wrongs of this government. You know, I go through a lot of Facebook posts, and you hear some guys will be telling you the truth. Yeah, some of them will come out and say the truth. But again, here we are, grateful to the Almighty God. You know, sometimes it's not about politics. It's about the reality. And the only reason I believe in the reality is that the reality will always speak. Truth does not die. Truth is the truth. Even you wake up now, you ask anybody, the same truth they told you is what they will tell you. But if somebody manufacture lies, and then you just tap them on the shoulder and just walk them, or they will say a different thing. But if I told you, say, I came Friday, and I went to bed, you woke me up, you say, when you say you came again? Friday. So you will see that I have nothing to worry about. You know, truth is so stress-free. That's the problem with it. Lies goes with a lot of stress. Lies goes with a lot of stress. So truth is by itself stress-free. Lies goes with a lot of stress. Yeah. So that's why I always like the fact that, you know, sometimes when you there lying like that, you just embarrass yourself because you have to start reproducing. You know, you are on a reproduction spree. You have to be reproducing lie, reproducing. But truth is true. Once born is born, it's done. You don't have to reproduce again. No. Once you have said truth already one time, it is already out, and that's why it is. So a lot of things are happening in government. Let me just say something in passing. Before we can go on. But again, let's have our little worship, you know, our praise and worship through songs. I always love that because it is God that guides people like us. And your prayers continue to be answered. So his name is Jesus, and I love this one so well. This one is from the Afro Praise and the Zion X. So they call this one, Your Name is Higher. And I love this one so much. So let me just play a bit of it, and then we can go here.
First thing on my lips is your...
You see there? So he said when you wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing on my lip is what? Yeah. So you see that? When I wake up in the morning, the first thing on my lip is God.
When I wake up in the morning light.
So you see that one, yeah?
Is your name.
So the first thing on my lip when I wake up in the morning, like
coming through the
God Almighty, Jesus Christ.
You remain the same.
Fun song.
Mountains move when you speak a word.
So here the place will come from. So far thing can come from. Other people there on the other side. So ugly thing can come from there. ugly. So we right here together, people. How you doing? We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible.
Every tongue confess, your name is higher than all.
You know, I love this song so much because God Almighty will continue to carry me. Your name is higher than all. You know, I love this song. I told you that I can sing.
Lift their hands.
I don't lie about singing.
No other name can save. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, forever we proclaim.
Oh yes, forever we proclaim. I love it so much.
Holy name, your name is healer. Your name is healer. Lifter of shame, breaker of chain. Forever
Lifter of shame, breaker of chain.
shout it loud, we're not ashamed.
I love it. You love it. And this is it. I'm very good for I'm good at singing.
Yahweh, call him saint, call him Alpha, Omega, name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might.
Oh yeah.
Hope for the Lord,
I love it.
strength in the night. Jesus, Jesus, forever we sing glory and
You know, normally to stand and dance is a difficult thing for me because I have little problem on the leg. So the sooner the sitting dance style, I'm really aware of it and I'm really good at it.
Jesus, forever we sing glory and honor.
Oh yes, glory and honor. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. God is wonderful. Remember. You know, the UP folks, they don't let to hear us, you know, celebrating or maybe dancing.
First thing on
Because also bad thing that they get doing. And in the wake of the bad things that are happening, we just always there doing our things.
forever you
Of course, happy all the time when God continues to provide for us. My my Dorothy, they say you go lala so easy.
oceans bow at your
Come on, you can sing more than me. Come try it. There's a certain tune that when I enter in, you don't understand it. They call it the embarrassing tune. That tune itself is manufactured from God.
no other can save. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, Jesus, forever we proclaim power and glory in your holy name. Your name is healer. Your name is healer. Lifter of shame, breaker of chain. Forever the same. We shout it loud. We're not ashamed. There is power in your name. Your name Yahweh.
So man, Vic, you say what happened to the sunshine?
Omega, name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might.
You know I love how you thinking. You came here, you come to the class to this threaten me with unity power. I will come for you.
Forever
You know me, I don't joke.
glory and
Go bring them, add on to them.
King. Your name is Jesus, reigning in might.
You can say you security. You even know how to stay to protect me. I have you looking at you, have you laughing. Again, it's gonna be security.
Glory and honor to Christ the King.
Oh yeah. You know, I love it. I love it. I love it. I know you love it. And we'll say thank you so much. And of course, just a little praise, remembering that there is a God, and God is always carrying us no matter what it is. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here and working together for the good of our country. You know, many of you may sit back and say, why these AB guys are doing what they do. The likes of Israel, the likes of Sam Andrews, and our morning show guys as well, and Solomon Bakari's, and the rest of the other guys, Issues in Society program, and just the CDC hour just in it. And what we are doing, sometimes you want to look at it and say it's a partisan approach. Yeah, you may want to say, but
All of us here, we owe it to be patriotic. And the word patriotism is a biased word. It's a biased word. Patriotism, nationalism, all those words are biased. It's like you take yourself, prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your country. So when it comes to patriotism, you will be seen as you are biased. When it comes to patriotism, at that point, you will be seen as you are biased because you must take a side. And that side you must be taking the interest of the country. That's where patriotism is. So those are biased words. Those are words that are made of biases, right? Patriotism, nationalism, or whatever it is. So some of us, we don't take it lightly because when we were in school during those days, when they told us to salute the flag or sing the national anthem, they didn't just teach us to just say the wordings like that. No. They were telling us to own those wordings and live them. So when I was in La Grande Bassa County, when we stand the pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the Republic of USA, one nation indivisible, blah, 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 blah. All those things we're saying, we could see a recitation from the onset, especially those of us who were down the line there. We saw it like just regular recitation that you needed to recite before you get to class. But there were times that came that those teachers took those recitations that we stood on the lines and then took it into the classrooms. So there were much civics that they used to teach us. So we adapted all of that. In fact, there were some courses and things that they used to teach. In fact, it was part of the English courses. Look at me calling it course. English subjects, right? They used to say, think before you talk. All those things. So the social study book where you see Blamado, all those things, like how we got to know about community development, how people live in community, what kind of role people play in community, blah, blah, blah. We learn all of those things. So those words, those recitations were not just meant for just for reciting. No, we needed to say them repeatedly so that we own them, because we were told that when it comes to those times, we have to stand up for ourselves, for our country. So we don't care whether anybody feels anyhow it's about our country. What a political party or whatever, we shove it one side and then we stand up for our country. That's what it is. So some of us, you may see it from political perspective. Yes, you agree partly, but there's no one that is neutral. That's why I don't like to be deceitful. No one is neutral. I don't just like to have mine. No one is neutral. And if you want to stay clear because you are not neutral, good. But don't pretend to be neutral and knowing that you are not neutral. No. So if you want to act professional and say, oh yeah, I'm acting professional here and there, yes, you're acting professional. Professionalism is tied to objectivity. Like Abraham, I am very professional because I'm very objective. Anything I say is the truth. I am not here to come and say, you say, oh yeah, the government did it, one, blah, blah, blah. I will not go into those kind of things. So you seen it? So government camp in District 2 in Sando County is relaying this broadcast. I understand somebody from there. And Melvin Butler say I look so what? Palatable. So I want y'all listening to some of these things we say. Yeah. So we are objective. It's also another professional line. If you go in America or whatever it is, yeah, we may have size, but we must be objective, right? So if it is the right thing, yes, we'll say it. So whether you like it or not, it depends on who you see it to be, because I know in the Unity Party area, there are other journalists that will take similar posture that I take. They will be called professional. So it depends on what it is. But again, it all ties down to objectivity. Speak the truth, and that's what it is. So we are very much grateful to the Almighty God for where he has placed people like us. And we'll always say, God, whether you like it or not, your business. If you think we're calling God's name in vain, it's your business. But God will continue to bless us, guard us, and protect us in every step of the way. For who we are, what we do, the kind of life then that we live in. If you see, someone you will say, but it may not even sort of be living, say no. But it's just God. And there's nothing you can do about it because it is God. That's God's doing. So you can't do anything about it. So you do what you can. Yeah, go on. But again, that's life. So the reason I'm saying some of these things, like, let me just say some things in passing before we can get on to the meat of why we are here tonight. And I will not tell you why, but we'll get there. And it's going to be tough tonight. But let me just say some things in passing. You know, recently I was reading through the front page African newspaper, and I read through and I saw this report from the Liberia Electricity Corporation that stated clearly, and they admitted that the 50 megawatts that Ivory Coast was supplying to Liberia from Weah's administration time, because they gave us 50. That 50 there, according to the front page African newspaper, is now cut to 10. So the people took 40 back. That's why you're experiencing these power sharing all over now. And according to the AEC boss, and who himself worked with COSG, they understand all of that. He said due to debts. Due to debts. So Liberia not able to pay due to debts. And it reminds me about the Unity Party indebtedness that CDC inherited. Unity Party is always noted for taking this country into serious debts, and it has to be another party to come and relieve that. You remember the last time when CDC got to power? It was the same Unity Party. Their entire 12 years, they made Liberia to owe about 11 million to the COSG. Until we then wanted to, in fact, when we then came on, they saw that as a serious hurdle. What they wanted to do was to even contract a new power sharing, something that was being, they call it car power. Car power, they wanted it to be on sea. But the EU and the European Union, the US Embassy, all the diplomatic communities who have invested a lot in power in Liberia, they wrote a communication going against the CDC for doing that. Because it says CDC should be able to pay the debt. You can't say you're avoiding debt, then you want to bring quick fix solution to can't do this. No, it doesn't work like that. So they even wrote, the records are there. These are things that I'm talking, the records are there. That's why I'm saying I'm objective. The records are there. CDC needed to pay those debts. Debt that CDC did not create. CDC needed to pay those debts. So we are left and decided to go to Ivory Coast, talk with the Ivorian president, and beg him and say, we'll pay some of the money, but we want for you to please help us with power supply. We'll be paying some. So that relationship between Ivory Coast and that of Liberia, it begin to build. That's how you saw we are prioritizing the issue about the Moncofe COSG plant that you see there. We went for the inspection. And the current AEC boss even told us that that project before we as a tenancy was at 20%. That's where the Unity Party left it. They didn't prioritize it. They left it at 20%. As of the time we went there, the last time, he said it was almost 80%. And you were talking about sometimes back in July, Liberia will have had a full-fledged COSG power line running through. And that was why he gave credit to Samuel Toye, that of the president, the former president. Those are things, those are records that are there. I'm not asking you what I'm putting it up. You go and do your research on it. I don't lie about these things. So Liberia began now to say, look, we can now do this here and there. And guess what? What we did as Liberians. This is what you people didn't understand. So Liberia decided to work also on the Moncofe hydro plant. So that we don't heavily depend, because getting on COSG line will be buying current all the time. Buying current all the time. Taking. That means we got to pay. So when you heard Money Captain telling Samuel Toye that this other rainy season we had enough power, so that power we decided to pay back some of our debts. Okay, let me ask you. Let me talk to one of my friends here, one of my students here. Very smart. He also tells me, J. Let me be blunt with him. So he tells me that in America they have their own solar plant antenna that they can put on their houses. So the solar plant, when you have it there, it gets enough power that the country will take some. The country will take some. That means America will take some of that power, then they pay you for it. That means if your solar is so charged to the extent that it takes in enough power, the state will take some of the power and then issue check to you for it. Yeah, in there, you ask people in America whether it's not possible. Though you are on, because your solar grid, your solar plant, or your solar that you have on your house will be connected to the national grid. So the moment you have enough power, automatically it will switch off from there. Then you will see that because it's surplus, they will take some. But they will pay you for it. They will issue check. The same way when you're using their current, you paying bill, they will also use your solar power and then also pay bills towards that. Ask anybody in America who's doing solar something on their house is connected to the national grid, to the federal government's grid, power grid. So he said that. So I'm just trying to say that it is possible. It may not be everywhere, but Vic, but it's possible. That means the possibility is there. That one we're trying to look at. It may not be everywhere, but it is possible. The possibility is there because it's happening. So if it can happen in America, what made you think that Liberia could not get enough power here from the Moncofi hardware and say, look, these people, they are 50 something the same year we get power. So since we owe them plenty of money, we'll send some. Since we get plenty of money, we'll pay some. It's possible. But you look at it and say, we get plenty of current or this, that, year, and I say, you see, some of you don't even look at whether it is possible because you condemn anybody. First, ask yourself the question: is this thing the person talking possible? Ask yourself the question: is this thing the man talking? Is it really possible? If it is not possible at all, then you say they want to lie. Because let's say, for instance, Agricos is telling you 50. But during the rainy season, do you still need a 50? No. You will now have more as well. But again, you will have to pay back some Agricos debt. But you don't have the money to pay. And Agricos is using the power to supply and sell to other countries, right? So you can pump back power into Agricos so that you pay back some of their debt to that power. Then they take it and then send it to other countries that don't have power supply as it is. That's what happens. Is it not possible? And what's happening now in Liberia is that the Unity Party is not there for them. Look, let me tell you something. Let me give you a classic example. Go to the national legislature. Look, the ministries and agencies are using the electricity free. Honor, we are. Thank you very much, Uriah or Jimena. Jimena said, right now I'm doing it. Yeah. So these guys from America, most of them, they are now commenting and saying, yes, that's true. And Divado do the same in Delaware. Yeah. So that's it. And these are all facts. So if it is possible, if technology can work that way, and our power plant here at Moncofi Hydro is connected to the COSG line, it's possible. Goluluo is also saying that it is true. I do have solar panels over my house. My current bills has reduced, and I have received regarding my current that was generated from my solar panels, which my electricity bill was credited. These are all facts. Two I then said that thing, you didn't part the post. Oh, why don't Labro can say current to Africa? Why don't Labro can say current to Africa? What kind of people are there in this country who are saying these things? You didn't ask yourself the question to see whether it is possible. The possibilities were there. And some of them that were condemning, they knew, they live in America. They know they are some of them are living in America, they own what they call it, they don't even correct that the problem said. So they don't even have those kind of systems connected. So they believe that it's not possible. Yeah. Imaya Bro, thank you so much. He said Central Prime Energy also does the same. Abraham Connor is also saying yes. He said people with solar energy usually sell the energy to companies. Yeah, because that's it. That's a market game. So Liberia get enough current Moncofi Hydro during rainy season. We said about Agricos. We got to pay some of their debt. We sell it to Agricos. We give it to them so that it takes away some of our debt that we owe them. So you see that? Is it not possible? It is. But when we're saying nothing about it, now the Unity Party government, because they are greedy and they are used to doing a lot of criminal activities, they all decided to use the power free. That's why you see Mary Broad cool down on the whole power thing, because only the ordinary citizens they jumping behind the ministries and agencies so rogues. And in fact, they are having their own lemonade friends and things that they are protecting them. So rogues. Everybody just stealing all over the place. They're stealing power. They're stealing the country money. They're stealing the state resources. They're stealing everything. That is what's happening now. Go to the national legislature. You know the countrymen, they wouldn't get come for the interior and villages and town, and they say the representative and thing. Their wives and children can open whole freezer. You know the big air conditioned freezer that that they can put fish into sell. Oh, you don't know that one? Go in some of those offices, you'll see air conditioner. Not air conditioner, sorry. You'll see freezers, big freezers. They will be selling kuwait, so now they can go and fetch the kuwait to their houses. They put it in a representative car. They carry it to the national legislature. They put it in the freezer, in the bus. They will take it from the house. You see how the guys are very irresponsible. They will carry the freezer. So when you pass into the house there in there, and you can see current on there, that they are freezer there, that they are kuwait, ice, and all those things. They will take it from there in the morning. They will go and pick up, they put it in a car, then they go sell it in the community. That's what they do. They take that whole legislature to just be some kind of native people center where they get ready, they get BB free so in their places. Because what kind of people we have in this country who are not even live to dignify themselves? Hey, they just live a very cheap, low life. With all the money you're getting, you're not able to buy a generator to your houses. So they will come to the national legislature. Before you see them, they say they live in better life. The ministries and agencies don't forget it. For the common people there, at least together, lay bars them to do their business, that the people then themselves were doing business. But how will it not happen? When Joseph Boaka woman was selling the security NL, the suffering, they didn't get paid. Yeah, they didn't get any pay. The woman was doing cold water business in the yard. So why you think officials working on his administration, they didn't adapt that? Yeah, that's what they are doing in the ministries and agencies. Yeah, that's what they are doing. So as a result, the letter said the business now it gone up. So the man said the people don't call up the because we ain't got money to pay. Don't see AEC like that, they're struggling. Oh. Don't see AEC like this. You know, when you and say recharging here and there, they are struggling. The small thing recharging with is very, very small. Very, very small. All that small money, then you can be recharging with 20 there and there. You see the power tech people jumping on you, doing all of those things. No, you are not taking power. They want taking all the powers. Go to the ministerial complex and see freezer there. With minister, then they are children there, or whatever they're passing around. All of them they can say now in their community and they say what they call that kind of thing. What kind of wish? These people are state liability. And I always told you people that's their life. This is how they live their lives. On the contrary, they get ready, they want free thing. So the AEC boss in a politician to get her anything. So in from pay Africa, he said a lot of debt the people owe now. So as a result, they call out the supply. So communities that never used to have problem because the COSG land was flowing, the current can be going up now. So now it will go up. So now it will go 5 o'clock in the morning. So now it will just go like that. So now whole day. So now it will go 2 to 3 times during the day. Now what happening now? Because they got to manage it. Nothing there. Could you imagine we're getting into rainy season now? We stay experiencing fluctuation in power. Taradena, right? And but they're not there because they TRSG land, what they call. So we just hope now that solar plant that we have down there through the visionary leadership of that solar plant something be completed so that it will help small. So that will help someone. They say 18 months. I think we have gone some months, and so it's no longer 18 months. I think we'll be around something pretty close to maybe 14, 15, or maybe 13 or 14 months now remaining for us to go. Yeah. So that's why it is. That's what happens. That's just what it is. And that's just on our side, right? Yeah, that's just on our side. And I just want to tell you people these things. That United Party people were fooling you people during those times. There are a lot of things that are happening. For me, I will not talk some of it that are happening, whatever it is. Let's leave that and then get to the meat because the time is catching up with us. So let's get to the meat of why we are here tonight. I just say that one in passing. I will talk other things tomorrow again in passing. Then we'll go, yeah. So let's just get to the meat of why we are here tonight. Over the weekend, I'm not going to play the speaker because the speaker was very childish. He doesn't even understand governance. The one say, oh, Joseph Boaka government, they're just confused. Everybody confused. People just make statements that don't even fall within their purview. Yeah. People make statements that don't fall in our purview. And it's terrible. People are listening. That's what I always said. Now, as I'm speaking, there are people in America see me. So they are analyzing as per the society that they are in. As the society that they compare them because they are in. Let's say, for instance, you have a Liberian brother or sister who working in an environment in America and working with other Americans. So when they go listening and they interacting with those people, they just hearing so sense. Then when they come to Liberia now and listen to Liberian people, so nonsense. So you see they sit down there and they get confused because they have an advanced culture where everything people make down there is sense. So as a result, the kind of IQ level of people you relating to. So you can listen to somebody to speaking to similar something, but saying something totally different. It makes it so bad. Especially coming from a speaker. How you speaker, you will say that. You say you order. How you just say that you order people. Could you imagine that? Speaker, let me tell you the only function you get especially those who are on the executive, the only responsibility you get, why you don't know, is to call them and ask them about what they ought to do. And if they say they're not doing it, or so and so, in fact, they will put it before you challenges here and there. Then you now say, look, what they say you need to get this thing done, we'll get this thing, blah, 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 done. You support them. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't just sit down in a hole and wake up and just say we order the RRC, the disaster management to go do what thing. What is disaster management going to do? What did disaster management get to do with that whole thing? Oh, you forgot that Joseph Boakai said he was re-strengthening the RRC. Little did we know that he was only re-strengthening it because he knew crisis was coming. Joseph Boakai, he said the reason he's taking Cole Bangalu from Ministry of Youth and Sports is to now re-strengthen the RRC because Joseph Boakai saw it coming that we were going to have internal displacements crisis. This old man saw these things coming, but we didn't know it. So I myself was asking, what did we not to war? We not going to war? What thing about RRC or blah 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 that you say you're going to strengthen, you're going to revive it? If I are the best player, you want to do SYC? Not knowing Joseph Boakai was planning to engage in acts that will make Liberians displaced internally. So we are internally displaced. So when you talk about internally displaced people here and there, you jump from there. You just lack coordination. The president just spoke. You woke up from there. You say you're coming to go and check. So the president, you didn't sit down to ask every other thing about the country. The president position is supposed to be the position of everybody as a government. Because they'll say the government of the Republic of Liberia has spoken. The president spoke. And up to now, you're still finding out. So when I told you people the last time that the president's speech lacked what really going on in this country, and you say we're lying. So if the members of the national legislature who are fangs of the government, who are also part of the government, who coordinate with the executive, who have coordinating responsibilities, if they will leave and tell you, say, we're not going to find out what really happened here. Can you imagine that? After the president has spoken. So, was the president telling us something out of nothing? Absolutely. That we have no idea about? And that's bad. Listen to the frustration in his own hometown. There's one of the old men in here plays there.
As for my community, when the people take my land, I will take my family. I go to the president area, Joseph Boakai area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
Where place Joseph Boakai area?
Wasanga.
So you go to Wasanga?
I will go to Wasanga. We go. Yeah, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live near, you know.
Yeah, we go there. We all live together. So long if he can raise concern for our own area,
then come back on the side, right?
As for my community, when the people take my land, I will take my family. I go to the president area, Joseph Boakai area, and settle there with my family because I have no area to go again.
Where place Joseph Boakai area?
Wasanga.
So you go to Wasanga?
I will go to Wasanga. We go. Yeah, we go live there together. So long he can raise concern for us.
So you go live near, you know.
Yeah, we go there. We all live together. So long if he can raise concern for our own area, then me a community belong for every one of us. We go and share a own area too.
Move on there and come back on the side, right?
As for my
frustration, thanks to Julius J for mustering the courage to go there and talk to these people. This is terrible. I was just listening to Julius today again this afternoon when he was now saying our securities are reduced to just oh God, the guys are reduced to just nothing. This boss sits in Guinea and misbehaving. This boss says in Guinea and misbehaving. We're not telling you, say, I'm going to go create war. No, that's not what we are. We are saying this guy is misbehaving in Guinea. And he's moving and nothing anybody is telling us. This is bad. Look, when you go in Lofa, there's a friend of mine whom I was talking with. When a guy explaining to me what really happened, I feel sorry for our security for that we are not even our country. The Guinea garden will just go in the bush, they start shaking it. Then you will see our security and running away. Oh, they come here again, they come here again. Then you see them running, children. Why somebody should treat us like this? We have no pride, no dignity, nothing, no God. Oh gosh, the people treating all of that. The men when they get ready, the men just shake the bush like that. Ask Junior J, he was there. He said the men are going to put it. What then you see how also you then start running away. They say the men are coming again. The men are coming again. Look at that kind of life that we are living now in this country. This is how our country have been reduced to nothing. We are not telling you, say, go fight, but you got to make a statement. You, Joseph Walker, you say you have all the connections. In fact, you left from here. You say you went France. You took picture with Macron. And what you told us? You say Joseph Walker met Macron. Macron, Guinea is a colony, colonized by France. Now, this is it, right? You wake up and then you went to Macron. You're not able to call Macron for him to arrange something for you to talk for the boy to stop. What you do? You say you want peace. So when people want peace, the first thing they do is to contact other people, because they will not come direct. They will pass through other people to come, because they want peace. Because directly, when they do direct confrontation, it will lead to problem. So Saint Joseph Walker does not want to have direct confrontation, which will lead to crisis, according to him. What is that effort that Joseph Walker is exerting? None. The speaker who are fighting for entitlement or recognition, going from here to Sierra Leone, sitting and passing all over the place here and there, he doesn't have any contact in the West African sub-region. Nobody get respect for the speaker. Nobody has respect for Joseph Boakai. That's why that boy is treating him like that. Look, let me tell you, in leadership, everybody gets somebody that they control. Now, what people they didn't understand, you see, the question I was asking people is, you know, the party people say, oh, the cheated CDC before this, and they acknowledge that the cheated CDC 2005, 2011. But do they know the influence and forces that were behind Weah and could talk to Weah? Ellen had contacts with people who could prevail over Weah. So the moment the election result came and Weah, the CDC, what they call it, Weah would just receive call from one of Ellen's friends, like the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So Ellen relationship, you see, Ellen will go talk to people who know Weah, to talk to Weah before Weah will calm down. That's relationship. This is how Ellen managed. And then I want to say, oh yeah, Joseph Boakai know how to talk to anybody to tell CDC to calm down in the country. Who he knows? That Guinea right here overtaking our country right here, who he knows that intervening on your behalf? Who do you know? Thank you so much, J. When you take, they men from the military, and thank you so much for highlighting this. When you take a military gift from your neighboring country, that's how it can end. Guinea knows Liberia's security capabilities because you don't know your strength. You just reduce your strength. You think China will allow for America to supply them bomb or whatever it is? Even if a fake force something that China can face, China will face their own force machine. In fact, it are any nuclear weapon that China, any sort of fake thing that they go face in Venezuela, that they said they were protecting Venezuela president with, America just when they dismantle everything. Yes, it doesn't matter whether they dismantle it. They are there. China knows that indeed that their own capability, they will not go to America to beg America for America to help them to build their nuclear capability. No, it will not work. They will never do it because they are superpowers. We know we're in a country. Guinea people already getting their head and the king Liberia to come about the Brussels and BB army weapon and dragon and thing. We come from there. We have come of age. All million left this country already. We know that we have gone on even peacekeeping missions as well to tell us that we are also capable of doing something too. Then Joseph Boakai can reduce our country to going to beg for pickups. You just reduce us. Then that boy look at you and say, well, why don't we put that? People that we just get 10 pickups, so they were just happy passing around here and there. What did they get? You see the kind of disrespect that is being shown down there? That what the elder then saying, if the men can show concern here and there, the people can take our leg. It's bad. Then all of you're waking up. You're just going to the poor area, taking picture. The superintendent of Lofa County also went in there play again, to pay with Guinea picture, Guinea soil there. He sent it again. Why are you reducing yourself to these people? Every day we are running away. We are running away. We are running away. Joseph Boakai has no contacts. The Malabio, he went to Umpa. He know that Malabio Umpa, Guinea went and collected some of his soldiers and carried them, disarmed all of them, collected them and carried them. He had to beg. So who is depending on her? Who Joseph Boakai really depending on her? What they think about West African, the West African people know that Joseph Boakai, when Liberia was at the brink of crisis for their speakership election, the people send a delegation here. You, Joseph Boakai, you say you don't want to see them. They send a delegation here. You say you don't want to see those people, and you will not listen to them. Now the people today, they're not care time for you. You see how you are abandoned. You see, because let me tell you, who told you Joseph Boakai does not know what to do? Look, Joseph Boakai knows what to do, but he doesn't have the power. He's not getting what it takes. Eh? He can't. I don't care what happens. The entire ECOWAS, he doesn't have any contact, nothing. Have you seen people saying, oh, we have sent ECOWAS delegation to Guinea to go meet with the Guinean president to understand what's happening? We're going similar thing to send somebody to Liberia. Have you seen them doing that in recent time? No. They haven't done that in recent time. Because they're not doing it. They will not do it. Joseph Boakai is in touch with nobody. Nobody. He has no connection. Nothing. Absolutely. That's the kind of country you are in now. So you seen it? So what's happening? Now, let me tell you the other part of it, which is very important. So over the weekend, we're getting there, right? We are getting there. Over the weekend, let me tell you the real secret behind that whole Lofa thing. I'm sensing something more political there. So over the weekend, in a town hall meeting, Representative Thomas Fala says something. Do you people remember during the senatorial by-election in Lofa County? It was Joseph Boakai, Benina Ure, I think Nyobri Kanga Lawrence, and the entire opposition bloc at the time. You saw them, they went there, right? And you heard Yege Koloba when he was pretending to be breaking grounds. You heard Yege Koloba saying he will put Thomas Fala in truck and send him back to Guinea. You heard Yege Koloba saying that, right? Back to Guinea. Joseph Boakai was the one that relayed that information to Yege Koloba and told him that Thomas Fala, then they are of the Kisi from Guinea. They are the Kisi from Guinea. They, Joseph Boakai, they are the Kisi from Sierra Leone. So Thomas Fala, then, they are the Kisi from Guinea. So, when this issue unfolded, I was hearing, I saw on Facebook, some other guys from Francis Yimale came. They were saying that, some former CDC officials, and they were not wanted to be clear. Some former CDC officials are the one that went down there and told the people in Guinea that this is XYZ, that how can the Guineans came and then confiscated the machine. They never wanted to be clear. So there is a story. This is what's unfolding. Just from what I listened to over the weekend, just listen to what's happening now. Thomas Fala's brother is George Fala. George Fala is the CDC head in Lofa County, who was there, especially in the 4-year belt or whatever it is. Very instrumental in seeing to it that the CDC had a strong grip there. And it was the George Fala man who took on most of the contracts to even build the city hall, getting there to get the same money to build the city hall and do all of those things. It was George Fala. So when Unity Party took over, so many of you were saying, Thomas Fala, the reason they decided to come down, because some of them want to protect their family, especially the kind of way Unity Party was just jumping on people like Francis Yimale, then get problem with George Fala there for taking them here, blah, blah, blah. So they don't want for their families to position and things. Some of these things, it could be for family reasons or whatever it is. But you could see the robust nature. I wish Unity Party was going taking people from jobs, doing XYZ. So George Fala was the one who had a contract to produce sand. Go there, man, sand from there, and they put it in trucks and whatever they bring it. So Francis Yimale, to incapacitate or to undermine the prowess or the economic prowess of Thomas Fala in the 4-year belt, Francis Yimale will tell you that yes, if anybody can link me to that company, SYZ, I think he's talking about document trails. You will not find the document trails. You know how people can do corruption in this country. You will not find that. So Francis Yimale is the one that used somebody and they have that company. In fact, Joseph Boakai had always had that BK Enterprise. One of my old man told me something recently That Francis Yumali had been operating with that BK Enterprise in time. One time they were doing car loading something. It has a long history. Long history. That BK Enterprise. Until Francis Yumali wanted to take the woman document to do SYZ until him to steal. And then say they can bring in cars and things. BK Enterprise. So they now decided to use that BK Enterprise to bring in dredging machine. Francis Yumali there. So they brought in the dredging machine. When they brought it now, they took the contract from George Fowler, who is a brother to Thomas Fowler. It was not merely because the man is from CDC, no, because Thomas Fowler was already doing business with the Unity Party. The issue about CDC is not an issue in 4 years as we speak. It's a non-issue now. So, their thinking is that it is Thomas Fowler who George Fowler is representing, and because George Fowler was not happy, and George Fowler is from the Kisi background from Guinea, it is George Fowler who went in Guinea and told the Guinean people that, oh, these people there, there is SYZ that they're doing, they are using dredging to mine all over. That's what they think. That is not the case though, but that is what Francis humanly them they are thinking. So it is the Kisi from Sierra Leone versus the Kisi from Guinea. So they want to make it look like it is Thomas Fowler, then the Kisi from Guinea, that launched the complaint to the guys from there saying that these guys, they are doing SYZ here. So currently, when you heard Thomas Fowler say, I challenge anybody to come and say here that we are the ones that did SYZ. It's not true. In fact, Thomas Fowler brought George Fowler and stood him up, say, the town hall that was sitting down in here, so to get all the things here, that the man went for all these things and brought it here. We never had any issue. So what will make us to think that this is what happened? But because, you know, people may not understand, right? Because these people want to get at Thomas Fowler there. Because they want to get at George Fowler, especially for Francis. That Francis human business, all the things happening. Yeah. You don't even know what Joseph Boga able to do for Francis human business. Joseph Boga called a speech from Francis Yumali. In fact, it was because of Francis Yumali. The Unity Party folks that they had in that Lofa area, that 4-year belt there, that district, it was because Joseph Boga wanted for Francis Yumali. When Unity Party had a candidate, Joseph Boga decided to tell Francis Yumali to go. Joseph Boga, he was undermining the Unity Party. At the time, the Unity Party had a candidate that they preferred in the election that Francis Yumali won as independent candidate. Joseph Boga undermined the Unity Party interest because of Francis Yumali. That they see Joseph Boga. So that thing that you see happening down there, so it will go deeper. Very, very deep. And if you're not careful, these people will turn it to Kisi of Sierra Leone or Kisi of Sierra Leone versus Kisi of what? Guinea. That's what's happening. You know, when these things are happening, I just read between the lines. How you get called by God to know that Thomas Fowler is a Kisi from Guinea? So they will put in the truck the same back to Guinea. Like Joseph Boga gave that story. Because at the heart of the election at that time, Joseph Boga was ready to segregate the whole of Lofa County and tell who from where. You know, Joseph Boga does not care. When he's ready for anything, he will tell you who from where. He will tell you exactly what it is. So he said, Thomas Fowler is from what? Guinea. So that the Kisi from Guinea, that they won't go against their fellow Kisi them from Foya. Because the Kisis from Foya, the Kisi from Sierra Leone, they are targeting the Kisi from Guinea. That's the kind of politics that they bring in our whole region. So that thing, if it comes into certain war, something, it will become nasty because the guys, the Kisi community in our whole Foya will split. You will not believe when we say that, people were to the border, citizens took up on whatever to go defend their area. Those same guys that friends say humanly used. Yeah? Those same guys that friends say humanly used during the time you were chasing Thomas Faladen to go kill Thomas Faladen. That those same guys then friends say humanly used to go to the border to find Giri. The friends say humanly group there. The militant group there. So we're seeing that like all Liberians are going to defend and protect themselves. No. They were going to fight against the Kisi from Guinea. And no elements of the Kisi from Guinea, they are in for you. So when they got ready for them, that's why you saw them chasing those Kisi guys from Guinea. So you were asking yourself question, but all of y'all from Foya, why would certain people take arm against other people and shooting them to kill them like, I know Tamaden, how Tamaden down there? Because the guys believe that those other people, they're from Guinea. They are the President Yumani whole strength. When President Yumani ready to rig election in that place, that what they call a Sierra Leone can go for you to vote them. When Joseph Boakai is ready, that Sierra Leone area he will go. You see what's happening? That conflict is deep. It's more trouble issues, and all are now evolving in it. So the President Yumani guys, because President Yumani stay run in that place. That the kind of fight that going on there in that place. So you see what's happening now? That is the problem. And for us to sit and allow our country going away, because of this kind of petty greediness, those kind of petty greediness, and whatever it is, what the essence of those kind of fight? Because French humanity should be. Joseph Boakai will never take any action because French humanity is involved. So let's forget about whether somebody carry complaint. Let's agree without, just for the argument's sake. Let's agree that somebody carry complaint. What is happening? Is it right? No. It's about dredging. Forget about who carries complaint or whatever it is. These guys want to divide this country, and they are trying their best to divide it, especially that Lofa County area. They grieve for power. All those things friends and put their say in. To be talking about Kisi from Sierra Leone versus Kisi from Guinea. All that kind of politics then that they playing now. It's dangerous. From the day I heard Yeke Koluba, Joseph Boakai backing Yeke Koluba to call Thomas Fala, who is a Kisi from Foya, to say the other Kisi here from Guinea will put that the player knew that Joseph Boakai can do anything just for power. You guys are bad. And our country can be like this. You can be having travel sentiments into such. Where Yeke Koluba took that statement from to say Thomas Fala from Guinea? Where he took that from? To say Thomas Fala from Guinea. He didn't say Thomas Fala from Sierra Leone. He didn't say I was saying you about Sierra Leone because Yeke Koluba knew that Joseph Boakai is a Kisi, but Joseph Boakai is from Sierra Leone. But Joseph Boakai was the one that told Yeke Koluba that the Thomas Fala man here, he's not from here. They are uno Kisi, and not the real Kisi that in the hour for here. They come from Guinea. When you heard Thomas Fala saying nobody should have beyond anything, let the elders spot out anybody. If anybody is wrong, let it be. Nobody should be able to divide us because of political reasons. We should pray for our country. Forget about politics. Pray for your country. What's happening is tense. Journalists have gone there and they know it's tense. The guys don't want to tell the story. Our people are losing grounds. The guys are serious. What will make Domoya very stubborn like that? Certain messaging is bad. Those are the kind of messaging that make things to go beyond what you think. Let's pray. The president needs to take leadership. The president needs to be bold and be blunt. He needs to beg people to reach out. If President Boakai can just wake up now and call George Weah and say, the thing here is too much. If you have some contacts, help. This is our country. Let's forget about politics. You call Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Do you have some contacts? Help. This is about our country. But I don't want for us to see ourselves going to war. So it's now time that you people do. That's what people get. That's when people get together as leaders to say we use our own respective contacts. Because somebody knows somebody. That's the one thing about it. Somebody just knows somebody. Somebody just believes in somebody. So you use that person to make sure that it works. For the sake of the country. They will not sit back. But the moment we are takes up and start making some intervention out there, it will wake up blue. We are want to undermine the government. The president is capable enough to do that. Why? When they came up with that propaganda that we are when called French president, we have said no. You're listening to the press with it. We have said the person in charge now who controls all these things, blah, 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 is the president. He's capable enough to deal with the situation. And we support him and we follow his lead. We support him and we follow his lead. Simple. This is where we are. Into the wise is quite sufficient. We may have played our politics, but it's now time that we get together as Liberians and call on our leaders to take the right step. Lofa County, portion of Lofa County is going away. We are very much careful in saying some of these things. There are deeper things. So, let's get to the lines and interact with your callers right here on this dial. The first caller we get to, we got time is of essence. And what are you doing?
Good evening, Brother Eddie.
Yeah, let's go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'm teacher. What he says, you're calling for the power recruiter.
Okay.
Yeah, Brother Eddie said it right. You think of job of contact. Somebody will be over somebody. When you get contact, you look for the person that somebody the person believes in. I believe that to me, I get somebody that get influence over to me. But when you not get contact, at the end of the day, the follower of your nation is so for that what get you out there. And one of the things again, when they do not take power, I don't know that they can hear that choose that they want to order to me. They kill you like yeah. I'm not put 10 on the order to me. All that thing to me, no say, but they put out your power, they put your fire in your mayor, and too bad I wasn't know. I get sending me over to you. You come with sending me over to you, tell me that anything happen to the mayor will be held responsible. Who telling me order you should make people. Everybody 2 months know that I will send me order you. So the moment we turn on me order to me, but anytime I step on the garden, they cannot get 1 power over me. And one of the great mistakes we ever make, I can remember the day of Costa and when Costa did it in the Wayne Sierra Leone. Our government at that time, your government didn't want to do step to Costa over back to Sierra Leone. The government said no. They get take Costa over to us. They better Costa go where you go in and anything we are saying, Costa kind like we want to arrest Costa, we get arrest Costa. At the end of the day, the government did not honor the take Costa to us. But the moment I'm happy, if I pay the young man over, until now, no account with that young man. It's why I listen to climate this morning, I listen to children this afternoon. And today, they said the same thing. They said the thing happening in Lofa, must take a bit small thing. That thing are going on live. At the end of the day, come can't talk, sweet talk, my project not panic. I want to be panicked and nothing go here. And the other young men, yeah, they no pay power test. I have them not be pay power test. And here they make us be over there. Not them will go for it. I want to make them on the phone. They see they standing down and seeing them. I want to make them. They cannot be fair. Or you go say you go for immigration whatever. Immigration, ever than that. I'm not coming into our country.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Elo, how are you doing? Yours enough. Elo, how are you doing?
Yeah, I was dying.
I'm fine. Please go on.
Yeah, I'm able to kind of online here. Yeah, that's why you say it's not like before we saw the sun. After the local party people broke our party further down, we come to protest. If we have other choice at the Kina, but we are the one that came out. So we the Liberians, we just need to prove our country in.
You off? Sorry. So let me get on to the next one. Hello? 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 Yeah?
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's listen to you.
So, thank you, Brother Eddie, for your discussion. Former Braga should be able to call meeting for a former president there and some other government official or some other hierarchy of the country so that they can put one address together to be able to solve the problem at the Lofa region there. Because if they not do it, if anything start in the country, it will be too dangerous and desperate. We don't want anything like that. We just recover from war. It's about 26 years now, so we recover from war. We don't want war in the country again. Thank you.
Thanks, boss. I love that. And let's work together for the sake of our country. It's now time we come together as one family, one people. El, what are you doing?
I come over,
yeah.
I'm so doesn't talk to for the council of West Point.
Okay.
Maybe we need to pray, Papa.
Certainly.
The thing is not politics. Someone that on the street that in the community we hearing arguing and for a war before that we should not pray for those things. Now we are speaking now. We have people, you will not tell me say you come for Grenku, you didn't have family or your sister don't marry to any kitten there in Lofa. No, we interrelated.
You're right.
The thing is not politics. Now people that live in their family where are we hearing that people living their farm, they live in their farm.
You're right.
They live in their daily basis, they are living, they're going some different discover war. So if anything coming in the country, it's clear. We are asking people who the aspirational people, our Muslim, our Christian brothers that believe in God for Muslim nation power. Let it come together, let us get into prayer. How best have called over the server. But a live with the people, a live with the council of confusion. I can't call the council of church. They live with the council of confusion. My brother, they come to your country will change the different thing. So I feel that those who can that believe in church want to hold fast, they will get in church to hold fast to go to see the real direction of the thing. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller right here on this dial. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Abi.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Medicine, quickly.
Abi, thank you so much for the show. You know, Abi, I've broken down a few days. I was trying to reach out to prominent people in the CDC to prevail on President. We have to use his contact around the world to put pressure on Guinea to withdraw from Liberia. And that president told me, President, we will not do it. And the president is right. These people, when President, we are president, they forgot that we are one country. Like in the United States, whether a Democrat win or a Republican win, the two countries still come first. Whoever is the president, the country come first. They say all the negative thing, all the worst, even up to today. Unity Party people do not even know that whether people in the CDC are sound people, whether they are educated, they don't even know that. They look at all the, we are nobody. We don't know anything. We are brainless people. So, a president, we are using this contact right now to put that into an end. We say Abuaga today. The common example, when President we have broken all the deal for Liberia to get UN Security Council seat, when he got it, he said that Abuaga, that government did it. President we have a president, when they built a Foya City Hall, they took sand from that river because that's the only big road that get good sand in that place.
Yeah.
Why can't they deny entire Liberia? So they're trying to create it, let them solve it. They don't solve it. What like your country? Thank God that your country. It's not even my country number. Thank God that your country. The Guinea people will keep coming. I'm told that they took another second village today. The township is like K something. They took it. They will be taking that place gradually. Let them even come and take 4 years. I told one Lofian was my friend. It's in your buyer. In your president that you posted up so much. Cannot defend in your own country, in your own township, in your own district that Liberia can defend. It on them. It on them. Let them solve their own problem. Now, there's only one president at a time. Waga is the president of Liberia. Let him solve the problem that he created. Thank you, Abi.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller. How are you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, Abi, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Please go on.
Abi, you know, I don't understand what is really going on with our leadership, regarding Liberia right now. Abi, do you know that the Guinean chief of staff visited Angola today and crossed into Liberia?
Okay.
The army chief of staff. crossed into Liberia, deployed men, and gave them strict order.
Valo. Hello? Hello?
When you speak, they say, oh, we don't want war. Nobody is saying Liberia should go to war. But that is disadvantage. We got you guys as our leaders. What's going on? We need to know. We need to know. If you guys are rating ECOWAS, we want to know whether you are rating the AU. We want to know whether you are rating the European Union or the Americans to see what's going on to our border. We can see Guineans and creating tension. Our people are leaving the farms.
You're right. Thank you for the share. And in relation to what I was talking, somebody just shared with me in that video of Yaga Koroba saying Thomas Fala is from Guinea. That's fine knowing that. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you, Evi. This is the same we are. Joining you from a Logan resident. Evi, let me first of all condemn the situation at the border. But then sometimes, Evi, we have to be started in opposition. For us, we are putting country first now, but we are not putting the country first. There was a statement made even by this president that if he doesn't win, that will be the end of this country. Why you were talking about war? This is what is happening on a war. It's not even happening different county, but it's own county that it comes from. Because it's weak. We expected the president at this time to call all the former leaders. That certain countries you may not have, Joe, we may have, and I said he may have. Because what the man sees that he's a president. So everything is only Joseph Walker. It's weak. It's weak. The only thing we saw the speaker out of the director going to the border, making fun of Liberia. The first thing, yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Somebody just share with me the video where you can relation with Lofa. What's happening.
The first thing, yeah. Pulutazo to put to my father in the council. Let's come for a mingo. Yes, I go 1 year. How did go to put it by the Guinness with the gas. Hallelujah, Guinea. They tell 1 year. I will not allow. So get black the police so you can come against.
At this juncture, Joseph Walker is standing right there, fold his hands in front of him. Why Yeke Koloba is denigrating another son of Lofa County and calling him a Guinean. So now, I just thought to play this so that you know where this whole thing is coming from, how they look at Thomas Faladen and their own Kisi. Joseph Walker is Sierra Leonean Kisi, Thomas Faladen is Guinean Kisi. Guinea is encroaching. Joseph Walker and Francis Yumani want to blame the opponent for the wickedness. The men will destroy this country. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, how is that,
Fine, please go on, quickly.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I want to thank you very much. Yeah, I got one question I got. The question I got is, they are men of God who said, to be enter in. So how you want people to people to say that they want war? Because he said when the people anybody who leave the country with just a uniform enter in the country, and they are invading the country. So in that war, you got I give you 2 or 3 days to leave from down there, or else I get there without easy. But he said the people want war. He want to put something that they want war for. So for me, I just feel that sure, yes. Let them see that war topics and let go people let them go down.
All right, thank you, Chief. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'll call you on animated. Maybe someone from Kisidu. The parent her house in Kisidu. The parent her house in Kisidu in Guinea. That is not the Kakora the new law. That means Guinea and I mean I know that you to be friend with you. Someone from Guinea, the parent your houses in Kisidu. I just forgot to call the community name. But I will call it one day I will tell you the community name in Kisidu. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello? Yeah?
Thank you for the topic of discussion in there, AB. Every leadership is not from God.
Wow, your line is too terrible. Sorry, please, you can call back. Just adjust and then call us back if you can. Hello, how you doing? Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
My name is Mana Passe. We are calling from Brazil, Berrytown community.
All right, let's hear from you, Pastor.
Yeah, brother, you see the issue here. We shouldn't take it to be a politics, you know. One, we should be in the interest of the country. As no one should say Joseph Parker Day and that. 1 hour security, they didn't plenty. And two, they didn't get support.
You're right.
And you see war is a support.
You're right.
You will not see security what manning a country. You didn't pay attention to them. And you should be expecting them to leave their family
No.
raise their life. That is number one.
You're right.
Two, things like this going on, we should be in the interest of the country. It shouldn't be politics. Now they're taking portion of Liberia land. They shouldn't be politics. We should come together how to get our place back. Because our citizens are crying. If they change their location of that identical place, even their family was doing, they will not get no empowerment to support their children. The things that they're going on, people shouldn't bring politics level. We should come together and get our.
You're right. You're right about that. Thank you so much. You're right. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mohammed Party. We're calling from Brewery Iron Gate.
Mohammed, please go on.
Yeah. KB, thank you for your discussion. We always follow you, and you get doing a job of the people of Liberia.
Thank you.
We've been doing a job for years now, and you've been on the radio. Maybe everything we say on the radio at that time, the campaign period, before even the campaign, Waka is not ever. Waka has not exhibited no leadership ever. Even township, county leadership, you have not exhibited for you to see it. They say, yeah, the man is a good person. He never. And he's somebody who is very ungrateful. And anybody who is ungrateful, God will always bring you down. That's what happened to all those that made Baka. You're ungrateful to them. That's what you see today, his government. Simple thing like that, border issue, that simple thing, it can happen. Even in the interior, when people go make fun, their official can come up, people go right at the edge of that area and solve it. But Baka cannot use a method to use a wisdom why people claim that he has wisdom. He had nothing. So they lie, it be. Every time God went to disgrace the United Party government and the head of their government, Baka, he know nothing about leadership because he never stayed with his parents. He was ungrateful to his own parents. That's why his man that was disabled, he never looked in the direction of disabled today. If your man was disabled, help the disabled. You see how the disabled wasting on Broad Street. So nothing good will come out of the government. I can tell anybody free. So thank you. We'll just be talking nothing because they made a curse.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this one. Hello?
Hello, AB.
Yeah, hello. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, AB, this is Simanda Nimne, and I call from Minnesota, the USA.
Okay.
AB, thank you for the show, and thank you for the enlightenment, because, if you are not you Liberian people will not know what is unfolding in the Joseph Boakai regime. But thank God that God truly sent you. And you are God sent. You see, better we that in the Christendom don't make a man of God to swear. The man said,
to talk to the people of Guinea, so they get tell them what to have to brother. Very good job for brother. So I'll tell my pastor at least to go, to hear labor strength of his labor. But he go to tell the people. So but I will get all the wisdom. Look at what we want to do. All around. The slope that limited. So that
right.
Go with the choosing one.
Anyway, thanks for your contribution. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, boss. Quickly, let's hear from you, sir.
Hi, Camille.
I'm fine.
This is Fanny Caddy, 1 million viewers and follower of State Bank Crossing Wheel.
Funny. Let's hear from you, Papa.
Yeah, thank you for your topic on that discussion. However, I really want to ask you. Somebody that get 48 years experience, or not just 48 years, somebody that really get experience, you do not get experience. You don't want to tell a person anything to listen to you.
No, but you got to take some now. Because everybody, the thing you get experience, I may not get experience. It depends on what you get experience in. Because experience is in general, but what you got experience in.
The reason I ask you a question, they often have 48 years experience, and Joey are not, according to them, Joey are not have no experience. You are Unity Party today, what they may have really done, they will tell you, the party get experience. Can Unity Party ever tell you, what they may really done for this country, they will tell you that they may get experience. So, not allow that experience in the country.
Why the experience take out the war? What kind of experience you be depending on the experience not working?
Listen, that experience that he used today. I bet you, Nana. These people are coming from Black Kima country and AB. The people that you know, the people that telling the people that in the village that the jobs are coming in the school too. Like John, we are opinion. They're telling the old man in the village there. Yeah, I tell you, you are seeing.
Okay, no problem. So
now if we let John go to Dumunya and make peace, you know how they will see them about Bakai. How the people, they take this to be somebody like figure headed. They're not trying to be any person in this country. Once institution, they're not thinking to be somebody. So they're not allowed that. Then they use their experience that they get.
Okay, thank you. You're on our time over now. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, Ruben Kane. Let's hear from you quickly, then I get to Man CC. Yeah.
We have to look out for the soccer fight. Don't you know that these people are given by this junta when they go into power? This government, they now rob those people. I'm thinking about it. Because even look at the summer border, because I know that play well, coming to Conadu, all of those areas here. But something is telling me that this government rob these people for a particular purpose. Remember, even the guy who was those that were chasing from Guinea, that military then.
Yeah, the Sherry guy.
He was highly backed by this government that they could not stand. But just they gave this speaker, you saw that man was scary. The Bible says he right that man, they kill him in Guinea. So I'm just calculating myself that these people, besides the other promises were made, and then these people, our government now could now go through. It's what these people are doing this thing. For the time that Omen will go in Guinea, every meeting they had there have been conceived. Nothing can come for it. They pay in this BK company now. Who owns the BK company? Nobody can identify who owns this company.
Okay.
It's in spirit. Think about it,
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Man CC quickly. Hello?
Hi, baby.
Yeah, fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you. Okay, we're listening. You getting me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening. We are hearing you. Can you please go on?
Oh, I thought you not hear me. How you doing, my son?
We're doing fine.
Yeah, this is my city. I'm calling from Florida. I hear you talking about we should come together as one family and talk for our country. Just here in the thing. It was just here, but now we're not going to hear your ear. They're going to say, oh, we're not able to country. He's doing X, Y, Z. He's not what's happening in the country. So I'm going to call Jerry and say we must join as one family to go to Dumuya to go to our country. Gonna make new land. Office in a corner school. Go to Dumuya and go back in whatever. You got to make there for a 2 years experience. Then you have to for 2 years experience and go to Dumuya. What but for me is that he wants to Guinea. You're shaking hands. What the problem now when you came back 3 o'clock in the came back 4 o'clock in the morning and declare on one leg. Or in the street. He will go and go use the influence to talk to Dumuya. He will not do it. Tell him to go for power now. And then I will save our land now. And save our life. Now we seem to be in fear, Eddie. We seem to be in fear. We're going to get sleep book.
Right.
All the government. So what's going on? You tell them they're taking two and Jason now in that place. Two benefits. Then you call them and the point I say, see, therefore, my brother coming jail and the portion you follow through into our land. If we wrong with Becky, let go pay the Guineans, they will run. Let no one happy. They happy. They be free way. They listen, they show, they whatever they buy us. What you're going to do, you're living with us. We beg you over there tomorrow. We're not plenty. They will not tell us after objecting them. But we'll go to we are going to go and go John to say, Baka. What do everybody in the country will expect for the 2 years, for the 4 years experience? Let me go use the experience. So everything that we're talking about, and they will get one decade in this country, 30 people that have worked and gone to Guinea to kill people there. They be calling for to tell you, say, oh, what are you doing that for it? Calling for questioning. They will care for in the country. It will be better with someone 30 Guinean soldiers that have worked and gone to Guinea and kill people. You think that's going to happen for us? You make it half for all. They don't call that man for one and fire you and put the back. But you get it out of hand. You get it out of hand now. What's that? They put that in sleep up in peace. Over there suffering. Get food to eat. Then if you get no one on us, then we go to a lot of that safe in a pueblo. We protect the bed for all that. We're not going to the boy which they RG get it for more. So we're backing them. If they get making a year or country and lose, that was your problem. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mom, for your contribution, and thanks to all. At least we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible, and I know Jesus can make it work.
In the morning.
And so we are grateful. And so, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. Sorry, there was some bit of interruptions in the internet speed. But with God, all things are possible. I want to say thanks to all of you for the time. Like we said, we just need to put all aside, our differences aside, and forge ahead for our country. Let us have a peaceful country, and then cause all our noise on the peace. That's good. That would be great. And so, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. My name is Superman Godson. We are back here tomorrow, God willing. Do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
No other name restore. Hope in the morning light. First thing on my lips is your name. Through the calm and through the fight, forever you remain the same. Mountains move when you speak a word. Oceans bow at your command. Heaven and earth declare your glory. All creation lifts their hands. Yeah. No other name can save. No other name restore. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Your name is higher than all, stronger than walls that ever before. Jesus, forever we proclaim power and glory in your holy name. Your name is healed. Your name is healed. Breaker of chains, forever the same. We shout it loud, we're not ashamed. There is power in your name. Call him Yahweh, call him Savior, call him Alpha, Omega, name above every other name. We lift you high and we proclaim your name is victory, reigning in might. Hope for the lost, strength in the night. Jesus, Jesus, forever we sing. Glory and honor to Christ our King. Your name is Jesus, your name is mine. Nobody goes better than God. Jesus, Jesus, forever we sing. Glory and honor.